This is the story of a strange creature named Koro-sensei, who has come to destroy the entire world. However, he made a peculiar deal with the Japanese government. If they make him the teacher of the most notorious class, E-class at Japan's most famous school, he will give the students a chance to kill him. Following this deal, a dangerous game began in which the students of Class E tried every possible way to kill their teacher, Koro-sensei. This story is the second part of our previous part. If you haven't watched the first part yet, you'll find it's on my channel. Make sure to watch it because it's very exciting. In the last part, we saw that even the government failed to kill Koro-sensei, and the second term had already started. The second part begins with Koro-sensei, who is asking each student in Class E one by one what they plan to do after graduation. A girl was telling him about her plans when she suddenly pulled out a knife and attacked Koro-sensei. But Koro-sensei, with his incredible speed, saved himself. After that, another boy, while talking, attacked Koro-sensei, but he failed too. Karma, a clever student in the class, doesn't attempt a direct attack because he knows that Koro-sensei cannot be killed this way. After all the students leave, Koro-sensei approaches Nagisa, the only student who hasn't decided what he wants to do in the future. Koro-sensei explains to him, "Nagisa, you have the talent to become an assassin, but you need to decide how you want to use that talent." After this, Karasuma, the tough instructor of Class E, tells the students that a festival is about to take place at the school, and it could be a perfect opportunity to kill Koro-sensei. He also informs them that a famous sniper named Red Eye will be attending the festival. Red Eye is an expert at long-range shooting, so if the students want to kill Koro-sensei, they must do it during the festival before someone else does. Ritsuin, an AI robot, Karma, and Itona understand this clearly. Nagisa's friend, Kayano, suggests an idea that they set up a shop near their class during the festival. During this, Koro-sensei arrives and seems very excited about the festival. However, he is unaware that the students are planning to kill him during the event. Meanwhile, Miss Irina, as a professional assassin, meets Karasuma. She is excited about participating in a theater play with the students. Karasuma tells her that the Japanese Ministry of Defense is holding an important meeting because the Japanese government is now preparing to work with world leaders on a major plan. For this reason, he will be busy for a while, and Miss Irina will have to work with Red Eye to arrange Koro-sensei's assassination. Koro-sensei tells the students, "During the festival, when my attention is not on you, you can kill me. So I'm going to tell you my biggest weakness. My real strength is my speed, but my power is limited. If you can grab my tentacles during the festival, it will be easy to stop me, and then you can kill me." Hearing this, the students immediately try to grab Koro-sensei's tentacles, but he escapes with his speed. The festival day arrives and there's a crowd everywhere. However, 3 boys from Class E set up their shop in a place where no one comes. Suddenly, there's an explosion in the classroom. When everyone goes to check, they find that one of their friends was conducting an experiment, which caused the walls to break. Meanwhile, at the festival, Koro-sensei is roaming around disguised as a clown. Nagisa forbids him from behaving like a human, so that no one recognizes him. At that moment, Red Eye, the sniper, spots Koro-sensei and realizes that this is the yellow octopus he was ordered to kill. He takes aim, but Koro-sensei disappears with his speed. Nagisa has no idea where Koro-sensei went. He looks around and sees Miss Irina giving special attention to a man and inviting him to the theater play. Miss Irina says, "The more people there are in the theater play, the easier it will be to distract Koro-sensei, and then we can kill him." Class E's theater play begins and Red Eye is present there. He sees Momotaro, a character, and realizes it's Koro-sensei. Itona and other students pull out their weapons during the act and attack Koro-sensei. According to the script, Momotaro was supposed to be cut, but Koro-sensei realizes it's a trap and dodges by moving around. The audience finds this very entertaining. Meanwhile, a girl informs the students that Kayano and her friends have been taken by some boys from the senior class. Hearing this, the students go to rescue them, and Karma sees this too. Meanwhile, the sniper points his gun at Koro-sensei, but Koro-sensei appears in front of him and, with his speed, makes him part of the act. The play ends, Miss Irina arrives dressed as a mermaid, but by then, the drama is over. Koro-sensei catches the sniper. The sniper says, "All right, you won. Now kill me." But Koro-sensei refuses to kill him and says, "Because of you, my students were able to push beyond their limits and tried to kill me because they knew you were coming. Killing you would be wrong." Saying this, Koro-sensei leaves. The sniper thinks that despite being a monster, Koro-sensei is an excellent teacher. Meanwhile, the senior class boys were harassing Kayano and her friends. Karma arrives with his companions and teaches them a lesson. But one boy puts a knife to Kayano's throat. At that moment, Koro-sensei arrives disguised as Karasuma and scares the boys away. Kayano and the others thank him. Koro-sensei adjusts his tie, which was given to him by Miss Yukimura. He wonders if he is fulfilling the promise he made to Miss Yukimura. A few days later, while Kayano is drying clothes, Koro-sensei asks if he can help her. Kayano asks him to pick up some items. At that moment, a big secret is revealed. Kayano has tentacles too. Nagisa sees this, and Kayano attacks Koro-sensei with her tentacles. Koro-sensei is shocked and, weakened by water, cannot fight back. Kayano starts attacking him, but a strange sound stops her. The students see that Kayano has tentacles. Koro-sensei asks Kayano, "What happened to you?" Kayano says, "My real name isn't Kayano. I am Miss Yukimura's younger sister whom you killed." Saying this, she leaves. Everyone is shocked that Kayano has tentacles. A boy asks Itona if he knows anything since he also has tentacles. But Itona doesn't know either. They wonder if Kayano is really Miss Yukimura's sister, their former teacher. The students ask Koro-sensei what happened in his past and how it connects to Kayano and Miss Yukimura. Koro-sensei says, "You have the right to know the truth, but I won't tell you until Kayano is here." At night, Kayano is sitting on a building, remembering the moments spent with her sister, Miss Yukimura. She recalls going to the laboratory to give her sister some papers, where there was chaos. A creature was holding her sister who was dying. The creature fled when it saw Kayano. Kayano was heartbroken to see her sister dead. She found an injection there, and a book revealed that it could give humans tentacles but would cause immense pain and fatigue. To take revenge on the creature, Kayano injected herself, gaining tentacles. The creature left a note saying it would go to Class E of Japan's most famous school, and if she wanted the truth, she should come there. That's how Kayano reached Koro-sensei. Kayano stands looking at a mirror and breaks it with her tentacles. Koro-sensei arrives disguised as Miss Irina's pet dog and says, "I found you by your scent, Kayano." Kayano says, "Let's end this today." Shita challenges Koro-sensei to a fight in front of everyone. Nagisa says, "Kayano, you were our friend. Was it all an act?" Kayano replies, "Yes. It was all an act so I could take revenge on Koro-sensei for my sister's death." Kayano unleashes her fiery tentacles and attacks Koro-sensei. Flying in the air, she weakens him. The students, scared, retreat inside the classroom. Nagisa watches and thinks he must calm Kayano's anger. He recalls all his training as Kayano grabs Koro-sensei's tentacles. Nagisa comes from behind and gives her a loving kiss. This calms Kayano's anger instantly and she collapses. Koro-sensei takes advantage of the moment and removes Kayano's tentacles, destroying them. Nagisa says to Kayano, "I knew we were true friends. The moments we shared weren't an act. They were real." Hearing this, Kayano's anger completely subsides. At that moment, Koro-sensei notices a man in white clothes, Shiro watching secretly. Koro-sensei approaches him and asks, "Who are you?" The man removes his mask, revealing he is Kotaro, is someone Koro-sensei knew. Kotaro says, "You've shaken the entire assassination world in just 1 year." Saying this, he leaves. When Kayano regains consciousness in the classroom, she tells everyone, "At the start of the year, my goal was to take revenge on Koro-sensei. But as I spent time with him, I felt he couldn't have killed my sister. By then, my tentacles had taken control of me, and my anger grew." Koro-sensei begins to share his past, saying, "I had never taught children before, and you are my first class. But you must have noticed I'm an expert in every subject. That's because an assassin must be skilled in everything. I was once an assassin who carried out my tasks so flawlessly that no one could tell if the death was an accident or an assassination. In human form, Koro-sensei didn't have much speed or power, but catching him was nearly impossible. Then an organization that conducted human experiments captured him. They wanted to combine antimatter with humans to control the life cycle and create infinite energy. This research was led by Kotaro. Koro-sensei was kept in a laboratory to observe changes in his body. Miss Yukimura was chosen to monitor him, and she worked in the lab after teaching at school. Miss Yukimura started talking to Koro-sensei, and he realized she was a good person. One day, Kotaro came and threw a file at Miss Yukimura, saying, "Go check the monitor." Miss Yukimura told Koro-sensei that Kotaro was her fiancé, chosen by her parents, but she didn't like him. She said, "I don't want this man throwing files at me even after marriage." She also mentioned she was a middle school teacher. In the present, Koro-sensei tells the students, "Miss Yukimura used to talk a lot about you all. We became good friends in the lab. But then, the relaxation time ended, and Kotaro resumed experiments on Koro-sensei. As an assassin, Koro-sensei had knowledge of everything. He didn't tell Kotaro about the changes in his body and manipulated the experiments. During this, tentacles started forming in his body. A year later, Miss Yukimura gifted Koro-sensei a tie, which he loved. A deep bond had formed between them. Koro-sensei used his powers to create hands from his tentacles and touch Miss Yukimura. Then, last March, Kotaro learned that 70% of the moon had been destroyed because cells from Koro-sensei's body were transplanted into a mouse, which was sent to the moon for experiments and exploded. They also realized that Koro-sensei would explode next March, destroying the Earth. Kotaro decided to kill Koro-sensei before he could explode. Miss Yukimura overheard this and told Koro-sensei his life was in danger. Koro-sensei revealed his true power, broke the cell with his tentacles and began to escape. Miss Yukimura tried to stop him but didn't harm her. Kotaro realized Koro-sensei had manipulated the experiments to gain such a powerful form. At that moment, Miss Yukimura arrived, and Kotaro, in anger, killed her. He activated tentacle mines that could kill Koro-sensei in one go. He activated tentacle mines that could kill Koro-sensei in one go. But at the last moment, Miss Yukimura saved Koro-sensei by taking the hit and died. Koro-sensei realized his anger was useless. Miss Yukimura's death deeply hurt him. In her final moments, she asked Koro-sensei to teach a class. Koro-sensei promised her and escaped the lab, taking his current form. Koro-sensei tells the students, "I will die in an explosion next March anyway. But in my remaining time, I want to work for your growth. Anyone can kill me, and when the time comes, I can kill myself. But I want you, my students, to be the assassins who kill me, because I don't want to die at anyone else's hands." Hearing this, the entire class falls silent because no one wants to kill Koro-sensei. Time passes and winter arrives. During this time, no one tries to kill Koro-sensei. The winter vacation ends and the class splits into two groups. One group is led by Nagisa and the other by Karma. Nagisa believes they should find a way to save Koro-sensei from exploding instead of killing him. This causes the class to divide. Nagisa's group wants to save Koro-sensei, while the other group supports killing him. Koro-sensei tells Karma and Nagisa to fight. If Nagisa wins, everyone will follow him. If he loses, they can go against him. A fierce fight ensues between Nagisa and Karma. Both are skilled fighters, but Karma is stronger and starts beating Nagisa. However, Nagisa is determined to save Koro-sensei. Despite being beaten, he keeps fighting and grabs Karma tightly. Karma could kill Nagisa, but seeing his passion, surrenders. Nagisa convinces everyone to join the mission to save Koro-sensei. But to fool the Ministry of Defense, they continue attacking Koro-sensei during class so no one suspects their secret mission. Meanwhile, the mission to eliminate Koro-sensei is handed to a new commander, Hojo, who has a grand plan. Nagisa and the students learn that a drug can be made to prevent Koro-sensei from exploding, reducing the chances to just 1%. But they need initial data, which only Kotaro has. Itona knows Kotaro is still researching tentacles alone and where he is. With Itona's help, the students reach Kotaro's laboratory. Jutsu hacks the security system and they find the data chip. Obtaining it is surprisingly easy because someone is secretly watching them. They insert the chip into Ritsu, and the process of making the drug begins. Commander Hojo reveals his plan. They've built a machine in space to eliminate Koro-sensei in one go, and it will be completed in a few days. The students work tirelessly to make the drug, failing multiple times but never giving up. Miss Irina doesn't know what the students are doing and asks Koro-sensei, who says their hidden potential is now coming out. After days of hard work, the students succeed in making the drug that can save Koro-sensei from exploding. Everyone is thrilled, but the space machine is also completed. The next day, Karasuma knows what's about to happen. He talks to Koro-sensei before graduation. A teacherly bond had formed between them. Karasuma informs the Ministry of Defense that only Koro-sensei is left in the classroom. A barrier is activated around the class to trap Koro-sensei. Koro-sensei sees this. The next day, as the students arrive at school, Ministry of Defense officers capture them and lock them in a mountain prison. Commander Hojo tells them, "You'll stay here today because world leaders have made a plan. We will fire a laser from space to eliminate Koro-sensei forever. That's why we've placed a barrier around your classroom. We used you students as bait to keep Koro-sensei near you and prevent him from going anywhere else. Your job is done." The students are locked in the prison but refuse to give up. With Ritsu and others' help, they devise a plan to escape. Using their assassination skills, they break out of the prison and reach the classroom, where Koro-sensei is alone. They tell Koro-sensei about the drug that can save him from exploding. But Koro-sensei says, "I know you worked hard, but my time is running out. The laser is still a threat, and if I escape, the world will be in danger." The students become emotional as they don't want to lose their teacher. Nagisa, Karma, and others decide to kill Koro-sensei themselves, as he wanted so he can die with dignity. It's an intensely emotional moment. Nagisa, using his assassination training, attacks Koro-sensei with a special knife, killing him. Before dying, Koro-sensei gives his final lesson. Always fight for your purpose, but live for others too. After Koro-sensei's death, the laser fires, but he's already gone. So the Earth is safe. The students cherish their teacher's memories and graduate. They move forward in life, embracing Koro-sensei's teachings. Nagisa becomes a teacher, Karma a successful businessman, and Kayano an actress. But all succeed because of their teacher. Assassination Classroom, with its blend of humor, action, and heartfelt moments, teaches us profound lessons. A truly great teacher can elevate their students to unimaginable heights, recognizing and nurturing hidden potentials that others overlook. No person is truly useless. Every individual possesses unique talents and strengths, waiting to be discovered and honed. The key lies in self-awareness and perseverance, identifying one's abilities and using them to overcome challenges. Ultimately, true growth comes from bonds of trust and guidance, turning even the most unlikely underdogs into heroes who can change the world.